Hey, this is Byron, and welcome to the Stock Master Show. Make sure my camera's right. Okay, I want to give you an understanding of what's going on. We have a disagreement, some people say a war, going on with Iran and the United States. It's affecting the stock market. And the reason it's affecting the stock market is because the supply and demands. We Ships are scared to go back and forth. People are scared to get on planes. Trucks are scared, trains, everything. It's affecting all our transportation. I'm saying like that, and that affects the stock market. It affects technology. It affects every sector: oil, gold, gas, everything. I'm just trying to give you an understanding of what's going on. So the Dow Jones went down another 1,200 points this morning, and the Nasdaq went down 500. It's starting to come back a little bit, but I just want to paint you a picture of what's going on, why your stocks is going down, and why you are losing money because of this. Things like this affects the stock market, so you'll know in the future. What the president does affects the stock market. Any major catastrophe affects the stock market, especially if it affects supply and demand or transportation and things like that. So that's what's going on. I have a friend that wants to talk to you about this, but I just wanted to paint you a picture of just be careful. Be careful when it comes to buying stocks. Don't try to go out and get like 1,000 shares and things like that. Get like 100 shares. Try to get a little bit lower. That's what I mean by be careful. Don't get as much, because I think this might last maybe a month or so, or a couple of months. So just be careful on the amount of shares you buy in the stock market. Anything you're doing towards investing, just be careful, because the supply and demand is kind of getting ruffled right now, if you know what I mean. But I'm gonna let this gentleman explain it, and I'll be right back with you.
Hey folks, welcome to Verified Investing.com. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. Now in today's video, we're going to go over the fear sweeping over the US equity markets. Futures are down sharply, NASDAQ down 2%, S&P down 1.5%. We're seeing escalation with the Iranian conflict, the US continuing to bomb, Iran striking back, using drones to hit embassies and consulates in the Middle East. And the Straits of Hormuz, according to the Iranians, is closed. According to the U.S., is not closed. But ultimately, no ships are daring to go through because the insurance that a ship has to pay to go through there is so massive, it's not even worth it. Oil is spiking. Silver is crumbling. Gold is falling sharply. Why is that going on? We'll discuss it. But I do want to just mention, yesterday in my video that I posted right here on my channel, I did talk about the bearish pattern that was still intact on silver. People in the comments said Gareth's crazy, he's a clown, he's all that. That gave me more confidence. And ultimately, it means the probabilities are even higher that I am correct. Listen, if there's kind of a mixed bag on comments, then it's actually more of a 50-50 on my general call. It's when it's all out, Gareth is crazy. It's the psychological signal amongst retail that usually pans out to be correct. I saw this on Bitcoin last week when I came out and said Bitcoin had a bullish pattern, altcoins were going to rip. Polkadot went up 50%, Bitcoin popped 10%. It was incredible. In any case, we're going to get into the charts here and take a look. But remember, folks, when the crowd is in one direction heavily, it tells you the markets have about a 90% chance of going in the opposite direction. Let's take a look. S&P futures are down sharply today. We are getting a small bounce, but look at this drop from yesterday. Yesterday, there was hope that the conflict would be de-escalated. That obviously did not happen overnight. The Iranians striking a consulate or embassy, that again has now inflamed things even more, and it looks like this conflict could go on for a month or more. Now, again, as emotion swings in that direction, believe it or not, if we fall enough, I'll start to get bullish on the markets and such. But right now, I've said it and I've stayed pat since the beginning of the year. I've said, guys, be careful. The markets have less probability of going up, more probability of going down. Let's jump over to the charts again, taking a look at the S&P 500 here. Daily S&P, we again retested this line. 67.90 is the line in the sand. If we were to open today, folks, check this out. Let's go back to the ES futures so we can see the pre-market data. This is the low from yesterday. This is that same line in the sand. So if we put this on the ES futures chart right here, look at where we are. We're knocking on that level right here, folks. So again, depending on, do we close below this on the S&P today or do we close above it? That is going to be the tell. Now, One other tidbit of amazing education I want to share with you as we flip back to the S&P 500 here. Now, we were just on the ES futures, which is the S&P futures, because
Yeah, if you notice, one thing he said was it should go on for like a month or so, but he said that if the market keeps going down, this is what you got to catch the wording. Then the market become bullish, and that's what I've been saying saying time and time again. Right? It's opportunity. If the market keep going down the way it's going, if stocks keep going down, that's why that's why people are selling off right now, to give you an understanding. And that's why everything's going down. But once it stopped going down, once it level off, see, I'm gonna put it in a different way I'm gonna put it different than what he put it. Once it levels off, and the thing between Iran and United States and what's going on in Russia and Ukraine and all this stuff start to balance out, guess what? All the stocks are going to start to shoot up. That's when you start to look at the market as bullish again. Right now it's bearish. Just like what he just said a couple of seconds ago. It's bearish because stocks are going to go down because what's going on with the war and getting ships back and forth and things like that. It's an accumulation of things. But right now, I just want you to know how to look at the stock market. See, that's what me as an analyst knows how to look at the stock market. I want to paint you a picture of how you should look at the stock market. Right now, with the war going on, people are selling off, and that's why your stocks are going down, and that's why you're losing money right now, because the market is bearish. That's a stock market term. But once everything starts to level off and the wars start to, disintegrate, start to go away a little bit, the market's going to balance off. And guess what? Stocks are bullish then. That's when you buy your stock. That's when you make that move. And that's how you make big money in the stock market. But right now, I'm telling you to be careful. And that's exactly what he's saying too. Just be very careful when it comes to the stock market. Please like, subscribe, and share my video. And hit that bell button so my videos can get to you immediately. Other stocks companies not going to tell you this. I'm telling you the stock market inside the stock market. That's why that what makes me better than them, because I let my audience and viewers know this stuff. They won't let you know. They'll let you lose your money. I'm not going to do that. I care about people, and I want you to make money when it comes to the stock market. I had a hot stock yesterday for you, but I did not put it on there because I know what's going on in Ukraine and Iran and stuff like that. There's a lot of bad things going on out there. Give me your opinion and comments on that. Tell me if I'm right. There's a lot of bad things going on out there. So you might want to just be careful when it comes to buying stocks. I'm not saying don't stop buying stocks, but take the quantity down. Don't buy 1,000. Buy like 100 or a couple of hundred, like that. That way, when everything starts to level off, the war and things like that, jump in and make that money, because the market is going to become bullish again, and where you can make money in the stock market. This is the Stock Master signing off. I didn't mean to talk your ear off. I'm just trying to help you out when it comes to making money in the stock market and give you an understanding of the stock market. I'll see you soon.